Hello everyone. Welcome. If you're new here, we do a daily practice of gratitude and affirmations to cultivate space and to connect with ourselves. If you're not new here, welcome back. Thank you so much for joining. I almost forgot what I usually say every single video. Well, oh, what a day. All right. Well, getting this video done a little bit earlier today. Shooting for 10:30 as a bedtime, and the last couple of nights, 2 nights ago, fell asleep multiple times, went to bed probably around 12:30. Last night it was after 11. Tonight we are at 10 o'clock, and I'm getting the video done, wrapping it up. So, all right, let's get right into the gratitudes for the day. Number 1. I'm grateful that my cooking turned out so well. I ate my last sandwich today. One of the things that I would do surprisingly different next time is get thicker bread, or get 2 loaves so I could have thicker slices. I did slice the loaf a little bit thicker this time, and did help. I'm sorry. I just think I cooked that chicken with so much barbecue sauce that it just, I don't know. I tried to drain it before I put it on the sandwich, and it just doesn't happen. It just kind of makes it soggy. The flavor is really there, and it was still good, and I still ate it all. But I'll have to think about that next sandwich and maybe Google that a little bit. But all in all, to have put so much effort and love into the creation of the food for myself, to do something for myself, to make myself feel good, and have it actually turn out, that was an awesome moment. Number 2, I have a friend that owns a farm, and he had mentioned that he had some tomatoes. Now, I normally don't buy tomatoes, but new Becca, right? We apparently are an inspiring chef. So I'm buying 2 pounds of tomatoes to make tomato sauce for pasta. Should be kind of interesting. I think I get a kick out of... Actually, that's what it is. Whenever I travel, I look at food pictures, and I judge hard based on the food picture. It doesn't necessarily matter the picture quality, because that can be deceiving. But there's something about the soul of the food that speaks to you through the picture, right? So I've never been steered wrong judging based on how the food looks, not just the aesthetics of the picture. So I feel like in some way I'm trying to imitate that. Gives me a good challenge, right? And maybe that's what I'm thinking of every time I cook. And I have taken pictures. But with that, is this picture something that I would say, ooh, that's a good meal? Didn't think about that, or didn't make that connection until just now thinking about it. But next is homemade pasta sauce. Also trying to use up some of the ingredients I have. This probably isn't going to go really that well, but maybe I'll cook it separately first. But I have some frozen cooked spinach. I might get some Italian sausage. Put in the pasta sauce with the pasta. Yeah. I like where this is going. But anyways, well, that's 2. 3. Oh, man. Okay, so I'm grateful I got a majority of my flights booked. So I'm going to be going to Dublin, then Paris, then Africa. And I still need my Africa flights booked. I would have had them all booked today, but neither site let me book the flights. It kept saying that my credit card was invalid, and I'm like, don't know why, but everything happens for a reason. So I'm just going to try again tomorrow. But 3 is, yes, I do have a majority of them booked. I feel so much better. My stress level is lowered, but now I have to find for Dublin and Paris and for my last night or two in Johannesburg, Africa. I need to find my accommodations, and if I'm going to be doing tours, book the tours. So that's next on my list after I get the connecting Africa flights. Also, I got a direct flight. So Paris to Johannesburg, 10 hours. That's a steal because any of the flights that I was finding, it was like 20 plus hours if I was coming straight from the US. So even if you added in the, what is it, like a 6-hour flight, that's still 16 hours compared to over 20 some hours to get to Africa. So it's good. And I get to go to 3 places for the price of 1 trip. So I'm pretty stoked about that. I guess that could be number 4. I really looked out with these tickets, the prices. I have been traveling for a while, so I know how to get good deals. And I don't know. Google Flights is good. And then look around on the websites to see if you can find anything better, which is how I got my direct flight. Okay, so that would be 4. 5. Grateful I finished work on time today. And I guess the start of my story was because I was trying to book my flights this morning. I didn't get to go to the gym. But 5 is going to be I finished work on time. In addition, went to the gym. So that's a plus. Got home, made myself food, took a shower, listened to 6. Peter, I'm going to say his name wrong. Vogue. He was having a free class tonight, so I jumped on. I always like listening to people who are more successful than myself speak, see their mannerisms, figure out how they're selling. It's rather interesting to me. So that was kind of cool. I think that was 6. 7. Grateful it's almost the weekend. I've been looking forward to this weekend so I can do things for myself. Again, I haven't, just with everything that went on the last couple of weeks, I haven't been feeling that social, but it's nice that when I am by myself, I can figure out things to do. It's also been a little weird because my one roommate, she works a different schedule, so I don't see her very much. And then my other roommate, who I've been living with for a while, she's gone for the next 2 weeks. So it's been a lot of alone time. But I'm just telling myself, I guess 8 could be, I'm grateful for all the alone time. I realized some very deep things about myself. Just in rethinking life, at some point I would like to start a family. And I just came to some pretty deep realizations. I don't know if I'm going to share them in this video, but I think it's funny what you think you consciously know, but that's not actually the issue until you have so much time alone with yourself that the truth comes out to the surface. And then you realize, oh, this makes complete sense now. So, for example, and I'll just touch on it briefly, there's a part of me that has been always scared to have kids. And I always just thought that it was the whole like pregnancy and giving birth. And don't get me wrong, I don't really want to go through that. But that actually wasn't the case. It was more so what happens, how your life changes after the kid is born. And not in a way of, oh my gosh, my life is over, but because of having a traumatic childhood, because of watching some of the things that my mom went through, honestly, I just had such an epiphany today that's growing up, that is my example. I think that I had probably internalized without realizing that that's what's going to happen when I have kids. Even though that's not completely true in the slightest, it's very dependent on how you handle life, how you handle circumstances. But I guess what I'm trying to get at is if you believe that you have a fear in something, make sure you take the time and stillness to understand if that is your actual fear or not. So it could be that that is a cover and it encompasses that, or encompasses a different fear or subset of fears. So honestly, I'm kind of grateful for the time alone, grateful for the fact that I hit a deeper truth when it comes to that. I guess that's what we'll go with. And I'll probably share that truth at a later point in time, but it's new right now. I need to chew on it a little bit, see how I feel, and continue forward with it. 9. Tell you what, I've been having some weird dreams lately, and I haven't been sleeping well. But I'm grateful that I'm going to give myself more time to sleep tonight. No matter if I'm sleeping bad or not, at least I'm going to get more opportunity to fall back to sleep and give my body rest. And 10 for the night. I'm grateful that I've stuck with going to the gym. Honestly, my knees are a little beat up. I am a little concerned about them. I don't want to be getting arthritis or have other conditions, but maybe I'm just going to have to modify my workouts. But I like the process I have of walking, going to the gym, going at my own pace. And instead of tacking on another exercise next week, I might actually just stick with what I'm doing now. I kind of let my body tell me when the next step is going to occur, which has actually been really helpful. And if you're someone that always has to push yourself to do things, it gives you a powerful internal voice. So it's a pro tip. But those are my gratitudes for the day. Now for the affirmations. Number 1, divinely guided and supported. Number 2, it's this or something better. Number 3, infinite possibilities are available before me. Number 4, miracles are a common occurrence and are part of my everyday. Number 5, abundance flows to me, surrounds me, and is available to me at all times. Number 6, every person in my life or is going to be entering my life from the future will be loving, supportive, and guiding. And in turn, I would love to be loving, supportive, and guiding to them. That doesn't mean that I think life's just going to be magical. However, never forget that when you're doing these affirmations, it's what do you want your life to be? And for my inner circle, for the people who I'm close to, that's what I want. So, number 6, I flow through my day with ease. Number 7, I do things one task at a time, and my skill set is up to the task at hand. Number 8, in all areas and choices, I fully support myself. 9, clear guidance is available to me. And 10, for the night, my limitations will never hold my beliefs about myself and or my limitations will never hold me back from achieving what I set out to do. So that is all for tonight. Thank you guys so much for joining me. I love you all, and I'll see you back here for tomorrow's video. Bye, everyone.